Guys, in this video, I wanted to take a few minutes to talk with you about your trigger, particularly on a defensive pistol. There are a couple of things that I wanted to bring up as far as double action triggers versus basically a single action trigger. But before we get started, guys, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel, like the video, share the video, and be sure to leave me a comment down below. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. What I wanted to focus on is some of the stuff that's going around. It's been a debate for a very long time, pretty much ever since guns become a thing. And that is on the trigger of your firearm. There are different ones we can see here. This is my Mark 25, my Sig Sauer P226 Mark 25. Love this gun. You can see that this is the Navy SEAL version of this Sig 226. It's a classic. It is one of my favorites. And what I wanted to focus on in this video is the trigger, the double action trigger on a semi-automatic pistol, and that we're all familiar with, and compare that to what we see typically on something like this. This is my Glock 19X. The trigger on this, of course, is basically just a single action trigger. It is one that is, it's known. People like Glocks. People would say Glock is one of the most popular guns among law enforcement, as well as some military across the world. And, for good reason, these guns are very reliable. This gun also, the Sig Mark 25, the 226 as well. It is a very reliable gun. It is known for its reliability and durability. Now, the triggers on a firearm like this is representative of what we see out there in the concealed carry market as well. There are some folks that will conceal carry one of these guns. Let me know if you do down in the comments below. But the focus of this video is going to be on that first trigger press, that first shot out of the gun. If you draw your gun, if you are forced to use your firearm in a self-defense situation, with a firearm like this, typically it would be carried with that hammer down in the decock position. And when you fire that first shot, that has that long, drawn-out trigger press that has to cock that hammer for that first shot. And then once that shot is fired, the follow-up shots are then all single action. Okay, so that is just a little bit of inconsistency in the trigger press with a firearm like this, okay? And of course, what you need to focus on if you are someone that carries a gun that has a double action pull on that firearm, especially if it's a double action, single action like this one, the first shot in a defensive situation is of course going to be the most critical. You want to make sure that that first shot is exactly where you need it to be, and you need to be training with your firearm to fire that first shot accurately. Okay, it would be a great idea when you go out to the range. Don't just fire that first shot just as a way of getting it to that single action mode. That first shot is the most critical in a self-defense situation. Great gun. I love this gun. I love having this gun. It's a lot of fun to shoot. My personal preference is something like this, and I'll tell you why. There is no inconsistency in that trigger press. That first trigger press is the same as that second trigger press, okay? No matter what happens on this gun, the consistency of that trigger when you train, there is no difference between that first shot and that second shot. Not to say that this is bad, it's again personal preference, but it is very important that if you are going to carry a firearm that is a double action, single action like this, again, you need to train, you need to put in that work to make sure that that first shot is what you are familiar with. Good idea, go to the range, fire that first shot, decock the gun. Of course, that action would cycle on that first shot, but just go ahead and decock that gun and then try it again, because you need to be accurate and consistent with that first shot in a defensive situation. But guys, this is just a few of my thoughts. Do you regularly train with that on your firearm? If you're someone that carries a double action, single action, let me know down in the comments below. But guys, this is just a quick video that I wanted to do to share a few thoughts with you guys. Let me know your opinion in the comments. But guys, thanks for watching. Check out the rest of the videos on my channel. Check out all the links down below, and we'll see you next time.